Welcome back to Two Track Nation, and today we have an unscientific scientific experiment that we're going to be showing you.
Yes, we do. We have beadlocks.
Beadlock. The beadlock test. Not test, but demonstration.
Yes, or maybe a test. So what's going to happen is we're going to drive over stuff or a certain thing at different PSIs to show you what the tire be doing and what the beadlock be doing.
That's the unscientific explanation, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today because we like to have fun and goof around. This video is brought to you today by
SSW Off-Road. That's right, that's the wheels we got on our truck, and so we have their beadlocks, and so we're going to be going from, I don't know, 40 PSI down to 2 PSI. Can we go 0?
Why, I don't know. Yes, probably.
Science!
We're going to figure it out, and we're also going to be doing a little side load simulation. How are we going to do that?
The side load?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take Chase's GX.
Yes.
And then we're going to take my GMC.
Yes.
We're going to take the wench from my GMC.
The wench or the winch?
The witch.
The winch.
The witchy wench.
Either way.
We're going to hook it up to the side of Chase's truck, and then we're going to pull it sideways, and I'm going to try to roll his truck over. Just kidding, we're going to hook it up to the Talaria. No, it's not going to work. But yeah, we're going to hook the winch up to the side of Chase's truck, and we're going to pull it sideways.
We're going to get a maximum demonstration of what it looks like if the truck's on its side. And then we're going to talk about beadlocks a little more and maybe why there's only one on the rim instead of 2. That's a pretty common question.
But the big thing, the overall theme of this is that you can air down your tires really low and you have more traction.
Yeah.
All right, cut to black. That's it. That's the video.
As discussed previously, these are going to be the tools we'll be utilizing throughout this unscientific scientific test.
Very scientific tools. The first, a tape measure, which is actually kind of scientific.
An ammo box. So right now this is either empty or I'm very strong.
Last but not least, we have the winch.
Yes, the winch hook. That's going to be hooked up to the side of the truck to pull sideways. All right, to kick things off, we're gonna do a wiggle test to show the difference between 40 PSI and 2 or 3 PSI. Hunter, let's see the wiggle. So we're looking at the tire, not much side to side flex. We got a lot of pressure in here. Time to start the tests. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, we need to place the ammo can and measure the tread width.
Correct, we have a tape measure and we have an ammo can. 40 PSI to start. Let's do a guesstimate on size contact patch here. I would say that is around 7 inches.
Well above average.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's roll over this thing. The ammo can's tipping over, but that's fine.
Not much deflection in the tire.
How about you go back over it?
We're gonna crush it.
All right.
All right, sir. Field observation.
The ammo can is not very strong.
I see that. How are we gonna proceed? What if we swap it out for one of those rocks over there?
I might do better. Well,
we're going to abort and go to a rock test.
Rock test! Heavy rock, big rock, good rock. Science. Another change of plans in this video. This is an M. Night Shyamalan twist. We're gonna start using the back tire, definitely not because our old tire pressure gauge monitor was
giving us incorrect readings and we need to restart this. So now we're gonna use the back tire because it's heavier and we measured it and it's at 40 PSI exactly.
40. According to this guy,
another tool.
Yes, and you know what? This is what most people are gonna be using, I think. Maybe, they're probably gonna be using a fancy one, which mine's broken, so that's why I'm using this backup.
Yeah.
But this one goes down to 10 PSI, so once we get below there, we're gonna be guesstimating a little bit, but that's okay.
We're here to party.
Yeah.
So let's party over this rock at 40 PSI.
Whoa, Nelly.
Climbing over. Oh yeah. Look at that. Whole truck's moving up. Very abrupt to start climbing that rock.
That's right, and I think I could definitely feel it, especially dropping down that the backside of the tire, or backside of the rock. I think you could probably see it too. The tire just like kind of dropped.
Boom.
Yeah, so the lower we get, the smoother it's gonna be. So I think let's go down to 30.
30 sounds good.
About 10.5 or 11 inches of contact patch on the ground. Let's squish the rock.
Came here for two things. Chocolate eclairs and rock squishing, and I'm all out of chocolate eclairs.
A little more squish, no?
A little more squish. The extra weight in the back of the truck really shows it on the tire. Let's see how it handles this drop. Not quite as bad, but still a drop. Alrighty.
All right.
So it was better. I mean, we just dropped it by 25% of the air that was inside of the tire.
That's right. And I think the next stop is 20.
Let's go to 20, and that's basically the limit of like if you have a beadlock or not where you want to be.
Yeah.
If you don't have a beadlock, it can get a little sketchy getting under 20.
Yeah, you can go below, but if you're doing a lot of side loading stuff, you know, you're probably going to want to keep it around 20 for the sake of not wanting to debead a tire, because that's pretty much your worst nightmare.
Yeah, you don't want to do that on the trail.
No, don't do that. Anyways, 2-0.
2-0.
We have more squish.
21 PSI.
That's right, we're at 21, definitely more squishy, and we're gonna see this guy roll over the rock that much more smoother. So I think let's send her over the rock and get down to 10.
Let's do it, let's see the squish.
The squish!
Oh yeah.
Got
21 does a lot.
Yeah, that's right.
So keep in mind, even if you don't have beadlocks, you can still run this PSI, and you can see it's helping just grab onto this tire.
A higher load rating, you're gonna have more plies and it's gonna flex less. But because I'm so heavy in the rear, my E-rated tire is probably similar to a normal truck on a C-rated truck. Go down to 10.
10, lucky number 10, that's what they say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That was really good counting.
Thanks, I've been practicing. Yeah, I can hear your suspension settling more.
Yeah. All right, we are now at 10 PSI and we got some Mondo squish going on, bud. What are we looking at here?
19 and a half.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely quite a bit longer than she is wide now. Although as we go down in tire pressure, the contact patch also gets wider. I'm gonna go pretty slow over this rock.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta be careful when you're this low because like very fast impacts and jolting like that is not good for the tire, not good for the rim.
That's right. So this is approaching snow squish territory and we are in the desert. But let's see what she looks going over a rock.
Here we go, 10 PSI. Oh yeah.
I barely feel that. My truck barely goes up too.
Yeah, that tire is just eating all that, and that's, when you go to something like a 37-inch tire, that sidewall is gonna help eat some of the movement of that rock.
I barely felt that leading edge. Squishy.
Squishy boy. Imagine what 42-inch tires would feel like.
I would like to find out one day.
So, like I was saying, because of this size of the sidewall here, when he goes over that rock's simply just like eating into that sidewall. So the truck barely moves, and you can see it in that nice side view that we have of it.
So we're gonna try to get to 5 PSI here. Our gauge does not go down that low, but yeah, let's see what we get to. That's as low as I'm gonna go. All right, for the lowest tire pressure test, we brought in resident expert, Annalise.
Me.
Right.
Yep.
What do you think?
Expert.
I think we have a fantastic tire here, and more importantly, a fantastic rim.
That's correct. We did not pay her to say that.
Yeah.
But today we're testing how squishy the tire gets and what a squishy tire looks going over a rock.
Okay.
And why our wheels keep the squishy tire on the
That's
rim.
right. So we're gonna drive over this rock now, and I think we're at 5 PSI or so. It didn't really move the gauge much. So I'm thinking we're about 5, but that's pretty much as low as I would go even in the snow anyways. So we'll be careful going up over this rock, but feel free to provide commentary.
Okay.
Absolutely. Let's measure this bad boy first. This is the contact.
Oh my gosh. Guys, we got about 21 inches. What were we at before? 20, I think it was 21 or 22. We were at like 19.
It's about, yeah, but it's wider now. Our contact pad is wider.
Very much wider.
All right, Annie, you lead us through what's gonna happen. He's about to turn this on and roll over that rock.
So it should roll just over the rock is what it should do. And it's doing it. And look at that. It's a little questionable.
Are we hitting the rim?
Not yet. You have about like an inch of rubber, 2 inches of rubber.
Yeah, not recommended to be this low. With this much weight anyways. All right, I didn't even feel that.
Your tire felt it.
The rim hit right there, I felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
All right, so what do you think about that, Annie?
Well, I think that it looked great. He did a great job. It went over the rock, which was the objective. And it only bounced against the rim maybe a few times, which is less than ideal, but good. Yeah.
All right, high five.
Thank you, Annie.
Yeah. Glad I could help with my expertise.
That's correct.
Great.
Wait,
All right, so I definitely felt the rim bottom out going over the tire, but our last test for the day, we're gonna air down the other side and we're gonna do the wiggle test again, okay? And you're gonna see how much wiggling can be done when we're at maximum squish, okay? And then we're gonna do a pull test. All right, rock test complete. We all saw the differences, how much pressure makes when you're going over an obstacle. There is such thing as too little tire pressure.
yeah. Like in the snow, when you're like trying to be on top, you want a large surface area to stay on
Right.
top of the snow.
Yeah.
But typically wheeling rocky areas like where Chase and I are, southwest through the Rockies and things, that like 10, 15 pounds is probably gonna be ideal. Anything less than that is like mud, snow, things where you need a lot of surface area to get a lot of traction.
Yeah. And you don't have like rocks that are gonna smash your rim and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but right now, pretty much everything is somewhere below 10 PSI, maybe probably about 6 or so, maybe a little bit lower in the front because we got less weight. But we're gonna do the wiggle test again.
We'll test.
And we're gonna show you how much this tire moves, and then we're gonna show you something only Beadlocks can do. All right, sir, wiggle. Wow, we actually have a lot of movement. You can see that rim moving side to side right there. And that's something you're definitely gonna feel when you're wheeling. It'll feel like your whole truck is just like shimming and shaking, and it's gonna feel weird, but that's the benefit you get of almost no tire pressure when you're floating over the snow, and that will help you keep out of getting stuck. So let's see what it looks like when you get like a really big side pull on this, and why Beadlocks are so great at preventing, you know, your bead from popping off. Winch! All right. All right, guys, so what we're gonna be doing here is we got the winch hooked up to the bumper and Hunter's truck over there, and we're gonna put a side load on this, and we're gonna show you what happens to this tire when you're pretty much at an angle, and why really the outside bead lock is the only one that's of concern, because when you're up like this, all of your weight is off of this high side, and it doesn't really pull on the inside bead that much. It's really the lower outside bead. Same with when you're this way, the lower outside bead. So that's why most bead locks are only on the outside. Rock crawlers that run way low tire pressure and do all sorts of stuff, they'll generally have inside and outside bead locks. But these SSWs, all you need is an outside beadlock. So let's get this party started. All right, for this, we're using the winch on Hunter's truck, which is a Warn Xeon 12S. And we got her all hooked up.
Yep.
We're good. We're just gonna be doing some light pulls.
It's cool, we can operate from our phone.
Yes, we have a Bluetooth
wirelessly
attachment.
So we're just gonna do a little bit of increments here.
Yep. Oh yeah. See how she's pulling that? Oh yeah. I might. Typically you wanna steer clear. Keep going.
More?
Yeah, a little more. Yep. It's not even like put it over yet. Okay, stop right there. So, right about now, we would be in bead de-beading territory. That bead lock is clamping that bead so hard that it's keeping the tire on, and we're actually dragging the truck. So bump it a little bit more. Let's pull that truck. All right, that's good.
He says, drag it. We're
That
gonna
was
drag
pretty
it.
fun. All right, that's pretty cool.
Very cool.
That's ridiculous. So-
Typically when we're sliding in these beadlocks, we're not necessarily out of the truck to appreciate how much movement is actually in the tire.
Right, but this will simulate, like, if you're actually winching a friend out and you have to winch him from the side or you from the side, this is what's gonna happen to your tire in addition to side loading that you're already doing. And I've done that in Colorado. I've had to winch someone out and I had to be sideways and like, my tire looked like that. I never got to get out and see it, but like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So we are probably gonna release tension now because this freaks me out.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty cool experiment. You can clearly see we were dragging that truck and it had no problem holding that bead. So beadlocks doing their thing, great tires. Beautiful. All right, so thank you to SSW Off-Road for helping us make this video. If you guys are looking for some beadlocks, head on over to their website, check it out. They've got a lot of really cool designs, wheels, and yeah.
And extra thick beadlocks. These are way thicker than other
Oh, yeah.
beadlocks we've had in the past.
Correct.
So they can take abuse. So you can scrape them against rocks. You can pull your friend sideways off roads. You can do literally whatever you want in these wheels, and it's got the weight rating. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. Go grab a shirt, grab a Starlink mount. We got a bunch of products on twotracknation.com. And most importantly, we're your #1 source for Baja Designed lights.
That's right. All right. Thank you guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.